Have you ever seen an elephant's trunk? It's floppy, wiggly, and so very useful, perfect for picking up peanuts, slurping water, or giving a friendly pat. But did you know, long ago, elephants didn't have trunks at all? Their noses were short and stubby, no bigger than a pair of boots. They couldn't pick up melons or tickle their friends, just sniffle and wiggle. This is the story of how that changed, thanks to one very curious little elephant's child. He wasn't the biggest or strongest, but he was bursting with questions, what grown-ups called a satiable curiosity. So let's travel back to the great green Limpopo River, where this little elephant's questions would change everything. It all began on a bright morning with a question that would lead to an amazing adventure. The elephant's child lived in Africa with a family full of interesting animals: Aunt Ostrich, Uncle Baboon, Aunt Hippopotamus, and Uncle Giraffe. While they were busy with their own things, he was busy asking questions about feathers, melons, red eyes, and spotty skin. Each time his family would give him a gentle spank, hoping he'd stop. But his curiosity was unstoppable. He asked about the sky, the grass, and where birds went when it rained. His family loved him, but his questions wore them out. Then one morning, he thought of his biggest question yet. On a sunny morning, the elephant's child asked, "What does the crocodile have for dinner?" His family gasped and hushed him. No one dared ask that question. They spanked him, not so playfully this time, and warned him never to ask again. But the elephant's child was determined. He packed bananas, sugarcane, and melons and set off for the great gray-green greasy Limpopo River to find the answer. The journey was long and full of wonders, strange birds, new flowers, and endless adventure. He walked and walked, always thinking about his question. The world was big, but his curiosity was bigger. He was on a mission to discover the crocodile's secret. After many days, the elephant's child reached the Limpopo River surrounded by fever trees. Tired but determined, he searched for the crocodile. Instead, he found a bicolored python rock snake sunning on a rock. "Excuse me, have you seen a crocodile?" he asked. The snake hissed, "Silly question. It's not so safe to ask that here." But the elephant's child wouldn't give up. He thanked the snake and kept searching along the riverbank. Just as he was about to rest, he spotted what looked like a log floating in the water. But this log had blinking eyes. The elephant's child realized the log was a crocodile, grinning wide with sharp teeth. "Excuse me, are you the crocodile?" he asked. "Come closer, little one," rumbled the crocodile, "for I am the crocodile." Excited, the elephant's child leaned in, eager for an answer to his question. "What do you have for dinner?" The crocodile whispered, "Come closer and I'll tell you." The elephant's child leaned his nose near the crocodile's mouth. Suddenly, snap! The crocodile grabbed his nose. "Let go, you're hurting me!" squeaked the elephant's child, pulling with all his might. But the crocodile pulled back, even harder. The adventure had taken a dangerous turn. The elephant's child pulled and pulled, his nose stretching longer and longer. The bicolored python rock snake rushed to help, wrapping his tail around the elephant's child's legs. Together they pulled until, plop! The crocodile let go. The elephant's child tumbled back, his nose now long, sore, and droopy. The snake advised him to wait for it to shrink, so he dangled it in the cool river for 3 days. But it didn't shrink, it just became less sore and much more useful. He swatted a fly with it. Advantage 1. He plucked grass to eat. Advantage 2. He splashed mud on his head to cool off. Advantage 3. The elephant's child realized his new trunk was wonderful. He was ready to go home and show everyone. Grateful to his snake friend, the elephant's child set off for home, swinging his new trunk. The journey was easier. He could eat, shower, and play along the way. When his family saw his long, wiggly nose, they laughed and teased him. But he showed them all the amazing things his trunk could do, picking fruit, giving showers, clearing paths, and making a mighty trumpet sound. His family was amazed. Soon, his brothers, sisters, and cousins wanted trunks too. One by one, they traveled to the Limpopo River to meet the crocodile. They all returned with magnificent trunks, just like the elephant's child. And from that day on, every elephant has a long, wonderful trunk. All thanks to one little elephant's child and his unstoppable curiosity. So next time you see an elephant, remember it all started with a question. The end.